Thank you, First Lady. Well, yeah, I want to say that we're very grateful for our governor, who has been leading from the front in this very difficult time. As you know, we're so happy that Liam Conejo, which means rabbit, Ramos is just 5 years old. But I tell you this, he'll never forget what happened to him. And I remember when I was about 5 years old and living in Detroit, and I remember being on my tiptoes, looking through the window, seeing military vehicles go by. And that was when our city was having civil unrest. And I was about 5. And I'm 62, and I remember it. Anyway, I'm so glad that Liam and his father, Adrian, are home, happy for their family. And I'm grateful for Judge Berry for helping to bring Liam home. But it is a sign of how far we are from the normal rule of law that a judge even would have to make a decision like this one. But I think it's important for people to read the decision. This is an amazing decision for a court, for an American judge to have to write. And if you read the ruling, you'll see that Judge Berry felt the same way that Governor Walz feels and that I feel, and the First Lady feels, I think. And that is, he called the Operation Metro Surge ill-conceived and incompetently implemented. Let me tell you, that's about as powerful a language you're ever going to read in a judicial decision. Decrying the pursuit of daily deportation quotas, he said, quote, apparently require traumatizing children, unquote. Again, this is a judge who's prone to mild language, even in serious cases. He called out the government for its, quote, ignorance of an American historical document called the Declaration of Independence. Just to let all of us know how far afield we are from the moorings of our nation. The Trump administration clearly needs a remedial lesson in the founding documents and the values of our country. And I think that the educators standing behind me are the ones to do that. Over the last few weeks, I've had to remind the administration about the First Amendment, the freedom of the press, as we see that Georgia Fort and Don Lemon were arrested, although 2 courts found that there was no probable cause to arrest Don Lemon. The Second Amendment and the right to bear arms. All of a sudden, Trump and his allies have forgotten that they've been the one saying a lot of stuff about the Second Amendment. The second someone who doesn't agree with them exploits that right, now it's an issue. The Fourth Amendment that protects all of us from unlawful search and seizure. In his order releasing Liam and his father, Judge Bailey quoted the Fourth Amendment in its entirety, and he also wrote, quote, administrative warrants issued by the executive branch to itself do not pass probable cause muster, unquote, adding that this is called the fox guarding the henhouse. And, of course, the 10th Amendment, critically important, in fact, a founding, kind of the glue that holds federalism together, the power balance between the federal government and the states, attempts to commandeer Minnesota's resources and to bully us into compliance, which it cannot do. It's called commandeering, and we filed a lawsuit against it. Though we did not get the TRO that we felt we deserved, our case moves on, and we are very, very optimistic about the outcome. In his decision, Judge Bliley recalled how our nation in its infancy stood up to tyranny, and he quoted Thomas Jefferson's writing about the would-be authoritarian king sending swarms of officers to harass our people. Does that sound familiar? The administration has forgotten that standing up to tyranny is our DNA as Americans. It is in the founding and original documents of our nation and the incidents that preceded the founding of the United States and the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. So I cannot believe that we that I have to offer reminders of this nature and on how the federal government should treat our children. Minnesotans have shown so much courage, but we shouldn't have to ask for that kind of courage of our children. But they have shown it. Kids should be thinking about homework or their favorite Pokemon. I mean, is that still a thing? Maybe I'm behind the times. Or getting a good night's sleep, or not worrying about if their father or mother will come home, or whether they'll be taken against their will to a faraway state or to a country that they've never known. But sadly, as Judge Barry also wrote, quote, observing human behavior confirms that for some of us, the perfidious lust for unbridled power and the imposition of cruelty in its quest know no bounds and are bereft of human decency. Amen. Unquote. Minnesotans know. Clearly the judge knows. Sadly, our kids know too. So we're going to take not just the letter, but the spirit of this great decision by a wonderful jurist and carry on in defense of the rights of all Minnesotans. Thank you, Governor.